Hi, welcome to the I'm in Control podcast.
Oh, you're doing it? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, see now that I know it's on me. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello, and welcome to the next episode of my.
Hey guys, live from the Luckily Random Studios. Welcome to I'm in Control, episode 3.
Who
are you though? You know your name? Oh, today I am Nisha 8. Okay.
I'm Charity E.
I'm Juice Beats, aka Mom J.
I'm Janae.
This whole Mom J thing we have,
Where does that come
we're gonna
from?
cut
She
it.
is such a Gemini.
We're gonna cut it.
I'm
My hair is curly today, so
Oh, yeah,
Mom
that's
J.
So we're doing like a little extension on episode 2. So episode 3 is gonna be more about talking about kids or teenagers dating.
Wow. Yeah.
And how parents can help them in that aspect. But when do you think kids should start dating per se?
I think it's safe and healthy to say actual real dating is 16. Like
What grade is it?
like dating.
10th grade.
Like 10th grade.
But I was dating in like 6th grade.
I'm just saying going out on a date is 16. You're not getting in a vehicle
You
going
can't drive in
somewhere.
6th grade anyways.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But some people actually allow their children to date in middle school. Like they go pick up the other child.
Right.
And they go.
Yeah, that was
everywhere.
happening
That's
when I was
extra
growing up.
for me. I feel like it should be high school.
I agree because I see it all the time that people who are in middle school and they start that dating process, they tend to be, when they get in their 20s and their 30s, they don't know how to be unattached.
Yeah.
We need to let our children be unattached as long as they can and be children and start
Right.
noticing the opposite sex. Oh, okay, oh, he's cute.
But going to the movies
But
in the
all of
fifth
that,
grade
that's
and
just way
sixth
too
grade.
young
Right.
because
Yeah.
time they break up with that person, they think they still don't know who they are.
You're
They don't know their value.
Yeah.
And so then their value get called out up in being in relationships. So I don't agree with that.
I mean, did you date in middle school?
No. First of all, I look a mess.
Oh.
Anyways, no, I did not because, luckily mom and dad had me in cheering and pageants and acting and stuff like that. So I wasn't thinking about boys.
Getting to know who she is, and
Yeah.
I think that's what's
And
going
I look a
on
mess,
right now.
but,
Well, it wasn't just
So
that.
I was focused on me. Mom wasn't like, oh, you have to go talk to this boy, because some parents, some mothers do that. Like they put the value on a little girl if she has a boyfriend. I was in cheer, I was dancing, I was trying to be on TV and stuff like that. I wasn't worried about boys.
So my daughter's 16. You have to have conversation, and we've talked about this before on our first podcast, on the first episode of knowing, your child and what they're into and having open communication, because you might not think they have a boyfriend,
But they have
but they have a boyfriend.
So at what point do you start talking to them about boys, girls,
It has to be in
dating?
middle school.
You start all of these conversations about dating, about sex. You start that in elementary school. You know what? When you get older, you're gonna get to date sometime. They be like, I like boys. Gonna be like, I like girls. Oh my god. And girls are like, yeah, boys, yeah. And then that's it. So every now and then you just kind of bring it up.
Okay.
So when they come into middle school and they come home and say, I want to go on a date with someone, say, remember, Dad and I said that you can't have a date until you're 16. Now you can like boys. I'm happy that you're liking boys. I'm happy you have a girl that you're interested in. Tell me all about her.
Right.
But you don't go out on a date until you're 16. And if you do that, then the expectation is there and you don't have to have this fight. Oh, you just don't like my friends, so you just don't want me to have that.
So Janae,
Go.
at what age do you think you should start talking to your kids about dating?
I think you should start first, age appropriate for whatever you think or whatever your kid's maturity level. For me, I think it's middle school. Parents, you have two types of parents. You have parents who just want to be their kids' friends, and then when that child is 13, they want to start parenting. You can't do that. Then you have parents who say they don't want to be their child's friends, and then they're this overbearing type person. When they're at some point in their kid's life, they're going to need that parent to be a friend. So I feel like if people can find a happy medium and get in tune with their children, doesn't mean everybody is in tune or that I've gotten it right with my 3. It's just that from what I've learned, you have to start getting in tune to what they like. We are giving these children, and we are supposed to see what their likings are or what their gifts are, and push and direct them in those ways. And so for me, I always taught Jordan more, I wanted her to be independent. Not independent where not saying she didn't need a man, but you don't need a man to have money in the bank.
What are some techniques that you would give to teenagers, I guess, as they're starting to date?
Right.
Like to the teenager, not the parent.
You get
Right.
both.
Well, I'll start. Well, I mean, you're the parent,
Right.
talking to the teenager.
Oh,
What kind of techniques are you
don't
using?
don't take none of this serious.
Right.
Like, don't take it serious. It's like, dust it off.
Okay.
Like them, hang out with them, laugh with them, talk to them, but that's it. You know, and I always tell students, I say, is anything wrong with holding hands? Absolutely nothing. Is there
Right.
anything wrong with a kiss? Absolutely nothing. But when your hand starts slipping down and it goes past my shoulder and down my back
That's
and
your
it
shoulder.
accidentally hits my butt, we got an issue.
It went from the shoulder to the boot.
Some start at the
Progressed.
booty.
That's
So
what-
it's progressed. So you just have to tell them to set boundaries, set really clear-cut boundaries, and sometimes and the moment the person crosses the boundary, you stop it. Hold up.
What kind of, I guess, pointers do you give the parent?
I get the parents to be very open, as Janae was saying. Be open with your kids about dating.
Right.
Start the conversation very early, and let them ask questions. Not
Right. Let
it's
them
not-
ask
it's-
questions.
Yeah, let them ask questions. Like,
But y'all have to, I'm speaking on the other
Yeah,
side,
right.
y'all have to be open enough so the kid feels comfortable asking questions.
I feel like I've made myself open and available. That doesn't mean that they, like I said, that doesn't mean to tell me everything. But you do have to, we have to come down off our high horse as
And
parents.
remember that you were a kid.
And remember
Yeah.
that we were a kid
Yeah.
and just the different things that we went through. And so their heartache may be real, or their pain may be real, or whatever, their stress. But I think the key is just mostly, especially for girls, is knowing that they are a prize. And I think girls dim their light a lot for, that's something parents should definitely teach their kids young. Do not dim your light
Kids
for
are
a boy or whatever. If you're smart, you're going to be smart. Don't dumb yourself down.
Right.
Just
Make
to
them
impress
rise up
somebody.
together.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, y'all over here.
Okay, I do want to interject. I know I'm not a parent, but
Right.
so basically, one thing I remember growing up, you know, I know mom parented all 5 of us differently, but one thing I remember because I latched on a lot was I can't remember, I was 16 or 17, might have been George in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Private school.
Yeah.
And I was like so mad we didn't talk anymore, whatever. And mom was always like, "You're 16. What you like at 16, you're not gonna like when you're 20." And I remember saying this to my niece Jordan today.
Yeah.
What you want at 17, when you're 21, you're gonna be like, "That was so stupid." Or what you want when you're 25, when you turn 30, you're gonna be like, "Why did I date him? I did this last year."
I literally did that
Seriously,
same time
right.
last year. I go, oh my god.
Like you're always evolving,
Right.
and that's why I piggyback off what Janae always says. Don't get married before you're 25, really even 30,
Ooh, Lord,
because
that's
you're
a whole other
constantly
conversation.
evolving. I
Right.
think you should wait till right before your 30th birthday, or 30,
Right.
just because you're constantly growing. I mean,
well,
every day.
you know what? Okay, it comes in different phases.
Yeah,
different
it
phases.
does.
Seriously, because some people do mature earlier than
Yeah.
others.
Right.
And what I want to say is, no one can tell people when they really, really do fall in love.
Right.
But I think you should be able to care for yourself. You should be able to have a career. But don't get caught up, because these young girls,
Right.
in particular, they get so upset because other girls may be dating, and they say, "What's wrong with me? Like, why is nobody attracted to me?" Well, maybe they're attracted to her because she's giving it up all the time. Fathers, dads, please
Father your
have
children,
them.
father your daughter.
And then women
Right.
who are out there and you just having sex with men and they're not going to be a daddy to your children, then that's going to be this big missing hole inside of this girl's heart, because that has to come from her dad. That
Her dad is the
affirmation
first
should
love.
come
Yeah.
from her father.
Everybody doesn't have the luxury of having a father.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
So
Sometimes
you
you
have to
have to
have
have a mom to do
somebody,
it. Right.
or not even the mom, or somebody that's important that's in their life. Like Jordan and I saw some people that we knew from school. She knew from school. They was making life decisions last night in this 7-Eleven. And so when the girl saw Jordan, because the guy went in 7-Eleven, I didn't know him. He
Oh,
went
he
and
bought some
purchased. He
condoms.
bought some condoms.
How did
We
you know?
walk outside.
Well, I was like, they don't sell Plan B.
Right, listen. Wait. So we walk outside, and Jordan noticed that she knows the girl, and the girl gets mortified because she knows.
Right.
So it's Jordan. So she literally shrinks down in her seat. But to me, you're in the 10th grade making life decisions.
Right.
And it's kind of like,
Don't do it, girl.
why are we doing this? And I think the thing is, when they're in high school, a semester seems long. So when they say, "Oh my God, we've been dating for 4 months. And I'm like,
No,
media.
YouTube, social
Right.
media, whatever it is that they're
Right.
watching.
Right.
Because of that, girls think that it is their responsibility to have sex. And some of these girls have the Bible says don't open up love before it's time. That's in Ecclesiastic. And so how we open up love before our time? What we're watching, what we're listening to, the music you listen to. So all these things are suggestive. So every time a guy comes to you and touch you, you're like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to do that.
Right.
Because
Right.
your body is now open to that thing.
Right.
You have to talk about how to date respectively.
It's goals for me.
yeah.
It is goals.
Yeah,
What
how you
is
break
your
it down.
goal?
Okay.
So for me, so since Jordan and them were young, it's like, where are you going to college? Or what do you want to do? Joseph, you want to live downtown? Okay, you can't live downtown if you have a wife and kids at 22. You know what I mean? So for Jordan, is making sure that they were goal oriented. I was not, and so I feel like that was a hindrance to me. So I just always talk to them about their goals, and it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, a baby doesn't fit in this goal.
Yeah.
Sexually transmitted disease doesn't fit into this goal. You know, a guy breaking your heart and you going off the deep end. Some of these kids are killing themselves behind 15, 16-year-old boys and girls. You know, it's kind of, and it seems crazy to us, but we have to talk to our children about who, you know, helping them to develop who they are, what they like, put them in things, set goals. They're still going to like the opposite sex, but then set rules and boundaries for what is proper.
Let me tell you something about. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a minister. I'm not sorry. About
Oh, she's Minister
But let,
J right
but,
now.
but let me tell
Yeah,
you
she's
something.
Minister J
Let me
right
tell you something. Before you make it, I'm gonna look in this camera.
Oh.
Before you make any mistakes in your life, there will be a warning.
God
that
will pull your
that was warning for that young woman. Now before
Yes,
you pull
you're
your
right.
coat down in public, he has told you numerous
In
times to
private.
get yourself together. The Bible says he gives you a way of escape. That was her way of escape. When he came back to the car, she could say, "Oh, I don't
I
feel
don't
well."
want to
Yeah.
do it.
She didn't have to say I don't want to do it. She
Right.
can say I don't want to do it, but if she can, she
Right.
can be
I gotta
like,
go
you know
home.
what? While you in the car, my mom texted me. I gotta
Right.
get home.
Yeah.
I got
That
to go.
was her way of escape. So
And you might not realize it's
your
that,
daughter's ways of escape. How do I escape this situation?
But your boys too, because
Yeah,
we put a
boys
lot
too.
of pressure on
'Cause
girls,
girls
but
be-
we need to treat the
Girls
guys.
be trying to trap these little junior high.
Yeah, they be like, oh, he gonna play ball.
Yeah, they be
He
trying
is
to trap
in sixth
them.
grade. He gonna play ball.
They be
They were
trapped.
thought- they were thought-
Starting and popping.
That's
Starting
really
and popping. But yeah, I mean, these are all really good.
Misha, I feel like you're like on the road to being a parent soon.
I think
You
so.
got
No,
you
and a
got
wife.
tips?
And a
No,
wife.
what, can I get the ring first? Wife, she got wife written all over her, but these boys can't breathe. It's a meme. I live
Stop.
off memes.
Where do we go from here? So now, Mama J, June J, what did you call her?
Minister
forgot.
J, what's your
J,
name?
I forgot.
And Janae.
Juicy
What
J.
is the name?
So they're gonna give you guys, or parents are gonna give parents ways that to stay in control of their teenagers that
Dating
are dating.
life, yeah.
Yes.
One of the most important things, talk to your kids very, very early about dating. Talk. I mean, not talk at them, not give them rules and guidelines. I'm just talking about just in normal conversations when you see a couple together. See, when you get older, you're gonna get married. You know, you're gonna be able to do that. So start having those conversations. Please talk to your children about sex and do not wait until they're middle school. It's way too
Yes.
late. I need you to start that conversation even when they're young and say, oh, when someone is pregnant, oh, you see that? Okay, this is what you do. So you're gonna be a mommy one day, or you're gonna be a dad one day. You and your wife are gonna have babies. And start that conversation age appropriately, very, very young, and continue the conversation. It's
Right.
a what? It's a conversation. It's not a talk. It's not a talk. It's not a talk.
So Janae, what are some tips that you would give to parents on how to stay in control of their teenagers' dating life?
Stay in control. Do not parent out of fear. That has been part of my thing. Like, you almost cringe at like checking a text message or whatever, because it gives you anxiety. But do not parent out of fear, but also just open up the lines of communication with your child. Show them what it is to properly date.
Yeah.
What it's supposed to, but just explain to them what a guy should do. You know, my first date, he honked the horn, and June Evans said, I wish you would open the door.
He sure did. He
I
sat
wish
outside
you
and-
would.
I wish you Ooh.
I was there.
And
I
she
remember.
ran down the stairs. I said, where you go?
She did. So just teach them the proper etiquette of dating. Then, also, this might be jumping up from parenting to college, or maybe not high school. If somebody is under the influence of anything, they cannot consent.
Right.
Do not pass go. So don't do that.
Period.
But just really just take control of the relationships that you have with your kids. You can start now. Like, you don't have to, the things you've done before, I know you probably feel like, oh, but they're too old. No, they're not.
And the last one?
And the last
Always has something to say.
One more time.
One last thing. Please define whore.
Oh.
We were not putting
I want them defined.
Okay.
All
So
right.
that's when
She
you
got
gotta.
it.
That was Mr. J. That's a lot. Thank you guys for tuning into episode 3 of I'm in Control. Our
I'm in
podcast.
control. Me and Cherry.
We in control. They not in control.
They not in control.
We'll see y'all next time.
Period.